Welcome back to another episode of Searching for MacGuffin with your host, Gabe.
Dan. And Link.
We're missing somebody, aren't we?
Yeah. Who are we missing? I don't know.
It's that, guy, Jake?
Jorge.
George! Yeah, George. Where is George?
Yeah, he's the owner of this house.
He's on the moon.
He's not here, yeah.
Hey, he's really on the moon?
Yeah. With Captain America.
Oh, good for him.
He's celebrating his anniversary with his wife. I believe it's 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Big congrats to him.
Congrats. They invited, George invited his brother-in-law and niece to come to the vacation with them.
He's so nice. He's so
right?
thoughtful.
All right.
Maybe that's why he's married.
Could be.
But why are we not married?
Oof. There's plenty of reasons for that one. But I mean, I guess that's what we're talking about today, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
So today's episode is titled Hot Boy Summer.
Yeah.
All right, now full disclosure, this episode has kind of been, well, just this title really has just been floating around. I don't know who pitched it specifically. Was it George? Was it you?
I typed it without anyone knowing.
You just put it up there, right?
Yeah.
It was just a random statement you just wanted to do, and then
it was floating there.
we just never took it
Without
off. And
purpose.
we never deleted it, right?
Yeah.
But it's summer.
But love prevails.
And it's summer.
Yeah.
And it's summer.
And we're hot, subjectively.
And we've been left alone.
Huh?
What do you mean? Huh?
What?
It's just us.
That is true. Doesn't it feel weird doing this without him?
Yes, I feel like we don't have. It's like the first time your parents let you stay at home by yourself.
That's exactly
This is what it feels like. Yeah.
Yeah, like the responsible one has left the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just-
So it's just chaos.
And I don't even know who falls into the hierarchy of the next responsible one.
I feel like it should be you.
It should be me,
It
but
should-
we all know it's not me.
It's the cats.
It has to be the cats.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, that's fair.
Alrighty, so so you said it was you typed it up, and I think
typed it up.
I think Link tried to give this some life, trying to make this into an actual episode.
Yeah, I suggested, why don't we do an episode about dating? Us, with
Well,
only the single.
It started
group
as
members.
what do we have in common that George can't talk about?
We have beards.
And a mustache?
Kind of. Yeah, I have facial hair. Yeah, George has facial hair.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, sure. So that doesn't work. And then guess next in line was single men.
Yeah, we're not married.
And we're like, huh?
We are quite single,
We are.
and I feel like we get reminded a lot about that.
Too often.
You know what? That's the most annoying part about being single. Being reminded by, I don't know about you, but I constantly get reminded by my mom. Like the other day, I was getting ready to go somewhere, and I was brushing my teeth in the bathroom, and I had my door open, and she randomly passes by, and she says, "Oh, I guess I'm never gonna have grandchildren."
Oh, she hit you with one of those?
I was like,
Oh no.
but I'm brushing. What? It literally came out of nowhere. I was brushing my teeth. Why? Why is
that's
this
a
a topic?
that's a personal attack.
Yeah.
See, I've always heard of those, like people tweet about it and talk about it, at family gatherings or holidays, and they're just like the auntie's just like, oh,
Y el
when
novio.
are you? Yeah,
Y la novia.
Yeah,
when are you-
yeah. It's
when the
like
girlfriend. And it's like, yeah, have you guys gone through that at family reunion?
All the time,
yeah,
bro.
all the time.
I'm trying to remember if I have. I don't think so.
Bro, my aunt say, "You're so handsome. How are you single?"
I was about to say that. That's the worst
And
one.
I'm-
It's like I don't.
I think old women just like me.
Ask all the women who have left me on red.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. My mom has recently picked up this agenda. I think it's because my dad has also picked up this agenda. The other day, I feel like I heard a conversation about them going, and then my mom's just like, "Yeah, you're kind of right. Maybe it is time we pushed him to find someone." And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. It's like my mom just did such a good job of not talking to me about it. I get where they're coming from.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
place
like
of
they
love.
care, you get
me?
Yeah.
They want us to
They
be
want
happy.
you to be loved.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But it's like,
But I don't need to be reminded that I don't
Yeah.
have romantic love.
And I don't know. I mean, we're gonna delve into that more, but I also feel like it doesn't have to be such a thing. Like, well, I don't know if it's like an older generation thing where they have to like they think that bringing it out in the open and just like throwing it in your face is gonna make you do something.
I mean, back then they used to
about it.
what? Get married at like 20, have kids by 25, have a house by 30, stable by 35.
which is
Oof.
like for me personally, it's like, dang, I'm nowhere near that.
Yeah.
Um,
But times are different.
yeah, I mean, I have friends that do. I have friends that have followed that way of life, and
Good
I'm
for
happy
them.
for them.
Yeah, good for them.
I get to attend a bunch of weddings, and they're so much fun.
I always say no. When people invite me to weddings, I'm like,
Why not? You don't like weddings?
I don't like dressing up for weddings. I feel like it's a lot of, also there's a lot of social anxiety going on there for me, like having to be with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't know. It bothers me. The last wedding I went to was fun because a lot of friends were there. You were there too. You were a groomsman. But even then, I was like just convincing myself to go.
Yeah,
was
that
like,
wedding was
oof.
great.
It was a fun wedding.
Shout out Ramel Madison. Love you guys.
Yeah. Booty. But one thing that I find terrible, I mean, I don't know if this is about you guys, but other than being reminded about being single and asking me when's the girlfriend or the wife coming, another thing that I think is terrible, is super annoying, is when they try to hook you up with someone.
They try to be hitched.
They try to be hitchy. I hate when people do that to me because I feel like they don't know me well enough to actually recommend someone.
They don't know you well enough.
Yes, and
even if it's one like super close family members.
my sister's has done it, and don't her suggestions tell me she doesn't really know me. I wonder how much she actually knows me as a human being, and does she even listen to what I say? Because I'm not a fan of her suggestions.
Interesting.
That's why I don't like when people hook me up, because I don't trust them. Does that ever happen to you? Is anyone always trying to? Are they constantly trying to hook you up? I know
Yeah.
it happens more to me because I'm older.
I mean, it happens to me here and there, and I understand where they're coming from, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
It's nice that they do it because it
Yeah,
shows you that they care.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, please care another way for me.
Yeah, it's because, like, what they see for you is not really what you see for yourself, usually.
Yeah.
You're like, I can see where they're coming from, but I kind of don't want this.
Yes. And then what they say is like, oh, why are you being so picky?
Yeah, it's not picky.
It's not me
just
being picky. It's that
tasting.
it's not.
Not the person I saw
Yeah.
myself with.
I'm not a fan of this.
And again, I'm open-minded to things. But usually it's like, oh, okay. That's an odd choice.
Open-minded, like what? Like,
If you hooked me up on a date, I would go.
Wait, you mean Gabriel or you as in?
No, anyone. I would go.
just not your close family members.
No, if they did or whatever, I would go.
Oh, like set up a date and
Yeah,
go.
yeah. If they set it up, I would go. But I don't know. Keep your expectations realistic.
What about you, Gabriel?
What about me? What
Would you do it?
would I be down?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Down and
What
boogie.
if my sister suggested someone for you?
See, this is the thing. I'd have to find somehow, somewhere to fit that in.
Mm.
I feel like one of the big things for me personally is I just started a doctor program, and it's just like I'm just busy.
Oh, fitting like I wasn't sure what you meant.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
what?
No, I'm like, okay, fitting. I didn't know it meant like schedule wise. Yeah.
So
That felt clear, but
Not for me.
So yeah, so I think I mean, if it comes up, like I don't think I'm closed off in the sense of like no. I think it's important to be open because you never know, like life is full of surprises.
yeah, exactly.
You
never
The
really
person
know.
you may not see yourself with might be the right person.
Exactly.
And I just go with the flow. Like, whatever. They're having fun. They're trying to hook you up. Like, not.
They care.
The intent is good, and, I'll roll with that.
The other day, my sister was trying to hook you up with someone, and I was like, Celsius break.
Snap, crackle, pop.
I was like, I don't think that's for Dan. I don't think that's the person for Dan. And then she did it for She was trying to do it for Gabriel, and I'm like, I don't think that's a person for Gabriel. So I'm very, if I'm picky with choosing someone, I'm probably even more picky with the person that's I'm gonna allow to hook me up with someone. For example, Gabriel, completely trust the guy. I trust Gabriel. Dan, I don't know.
Come on, man. We have the same
You guys
type.
have
We actually do have the same
Yeah,
taste in
shit.
women. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but at
Oh.
the same time, I don't know if I trust that because if it was the same type, wouldn't he go for her?
That is true.
I don't know. There's an age.
Maybe she's older.
discrepancy,
Yeah. Like,
It's just, I'm not into younger guys.
Here you
And
go,
it's
have
like,
to-
oh, I know an older guy.
and if she's too young for me, I know a younger guy that has the same taste in women.
So it works out.
Is that? Yeah. High five. I would trust Dan.
Yeah, I would trust you too.
I might trust Dan more than you,
I mean, I would probably.
but I also trust you though.
I mean, I would say yeah. I mean, you guys have similar
Same
tastes.
taste,
So.
Yeah.
Dang. Look at that.
Look at us. Who would have thought?
Not me.
I mean, another annoying part of dating is like dating apps.
Yeah.
They suck. They're horrible. I just got on them recently.
Like Tinder and stuff.
Yeah, like Tinder, Hinge.
Which
Bumble.
is which is
Yeah. Which
For
one's
sure.
Which is your
the
favorite one?
Which
Which is my favorite
Yeah,
one?
which one's
Yeah.
your favorite?
Um,
There's a big three here. Which one's your favorite?
I think Bumble.
Bumble?
I think you're gonna be surprised by my answer.
What's your answer?
J Swipe.
No, not that surprised. It's actually Hinge.
Hinge?
Yeah.
Hinge.
I think for me,
You gotta say Tinder to even it out.
no, not Tinder. Whoa. I think out of Tinder, that's the
Yeah,
that's the
it's-
hardest one in my opinion.
I think it's easily the lowest.
Yeah.
It's always showing me all these swipes, but I have to pay like $9.99.
Yeah.
The subscription to
You have
find the love
80
of your life.
potential dates hidden behind a paywall.
I think I agree with you, Hinge, because you're able to
can-
converse
yeah.
with someone
Are we
without.
talking about like experiences, or are we talking about like platforms?
No, I'm talking about platform.
Not
Yeah.
experience.
Straight
I've never.
platform?
Yeah.
Straight platform.
Hinge is a good platform because it's both ways. Bumble's literally
Yeah.
just like the girl literally has to hit you up, and if she doesn't want to hit you
Yeah,
up, then
it'll be
goodbye.
like they have 24 hours.
Which I do appreciate that. I don't know.
And-
I appreciate.
and
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
quality of life.
24 hours go by. And it's like, oh, maybe it should have been 48.
You can actually extend it, right?
Like, for money.
No.
No, that's that's the best thing about these dating apps is everything's for money.
Ah, man.
Everything you do, like, oh, I may have missed my potential wife.
You can meet
but
the
for
love of your-
$9.99,
You can meet the love of your
go,
life, but for 99, you get a rewind.
Yeah, you can go back and check.
Oh my goodness, that's the worst when I accidentally like swipe on the wrong person.
No,
Like,
No,
left
not
or
the person.
right?
Like I swipe left on the person I really wanted, and it's
And
like,
then you swipe right on the person you really don't, and
Yes.
then you match.
yes, because when I'm scrolling down, like I use my left hand. When I scroll up, it goes to the left. My thumb goes to the left.
That is a certain
So I'm
amount.
always
yeah.
I'm always
See,
swiping
I
left by
accidentally
accident.
swipe right because I
You're
swipe
righty?
with my right.
Mm. But the reason why I like Hinge is because with Hinge you're able to converse more, even if they don't talk to you, because they have these
What?
prompts. Yeah, they have these prompts out there.
You can just send messages. and
Yeah, you
even
can
if
send
they
messages,
don't talk to you,
but they're
you
funny.
can go.
For example, they have these prompts where they ask you questions and you're able to answer them. So what I started doing was I started sending our episode of Searching for MacGuffin, the Searching for
forgot
Loved
about
One.
that.
That's a company man right there.
Yeah, exactly, because that's
He's
the one where
loyal to
I
the
won a dating contest. I'm the most eligible bachelor in all of Miami.
I can't believe we have it in Miami, in the world, bro.
In the world,
I don't
like,
understand
no.
how we gotta
That's right.
mention that. Link is our resident,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he's original.
#1 bachelor.
Exactly. And because so that's what I'm sending to the women. Like they're asking random questions. I send them a link, like
Everything they need to know is right
right
here
there.
in a 1
Exactly.
hour
This
20
is my
podcast.
This is my resume, my dating resume.
They just need to take an hour 20 out of their day
Yeah.
and sit down and listen.
and then they also have to try to figure out who's who.
I mean,
Who is Link?
The intro makes it clear right away.
Do you have any voice prompts on your profile?
I do have voice prompts.
I think they can find out then who's who.
That's true.
That's true. Do you want to give us an
Bro,
example of
women
your?
are detective, bro.
You want?
you want to see?
I think.
You want? Oh no, I deleted Hinge.
Ah, curses. I think you should just do it. I
Yeah,
think-
all right. Let's keep on talking. I
Can you
wouldn't
say
stop
that
Hinge.
normally?
What?
Ah, curses.
No, that's not what I was gonna say. But
He was gonna say, purses.
Merces. Churches.
Meanwhile, Link is going.
Oh,
He's
I'm
going.
I'm running out of Urses right now.
He's
Come on,
going.
bro.
Do you have a Gabe? Do you have a voice prompt?
Hey! What?
What's happening right now?
Someone on Hinge
Wait, live.
responded
to the
to
Spotify.
the
link.
Spotify.
I'm gonna read
it. No,
All
it
right.
just says
It's just,
All right.
hey,
Amanda.
Okay, so
What's the question?
she
What's the prompt?
said, so the prompt for her on her profile was, I geek out on, and she said NASA, right?
Mm-hmm.
that's a. I mean, that's
You
cool.
sent her the link to the Spotify, and she said,
Hey.
hey.
Text her right now. Ask
Now,
her.
you can liven things up with voice notes. So I think on the podcast, you should send a voice note right
Yeah.
now.
I absolutely agree with that.
Okay, let's do this.
All right, do your research real quick. Do your research real quick and send that voice note right there.
Oh boy. Can I just tell you my prompt?
Worse.
I'd rather show you my prompt because I'm really proud of it. I actually worked on it. Where's my profile? All right, so the prompt is my celebrity impression. This is my impression of Bobby Hill, King of the Hill. That's my brother. I don't know. One more time.
Again for the.
Okay. This is my impression of Bobby Hill from King of the Hill. That's my brother. I don't know you.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So that's why the voice memo comes.
Yeah,
in
so that's why I enjoy Hinge more because
Oh.
I can joke around more. I don't even care. Like Danny and I, we started sending each other like pictures of the random stuff we would
Yeah.
comment on the questions that they asked.
Yeah, and the prompts.
And they were so much fun just seeing each other's.
At this point, I've gave up all hope of finding a potential wife, and I'm just sending jokes.
Yeah.
It's entertainment for me. It's
Like I'd rather mess up a potential wife
for the
with-
joke.
for the joke only for Danny that Danny's only gonna see.
Yeah, I do the same.
These men are married to the comedy.
Yeah,
There we go.
we're committed to the bit.
See, and that's the thing. I think I can agree with you guys on that point with online dating and these dating apps. I don't think that my usage for it maybe isn't necessarily to find a potential mate. It's kind of slowly turning into like finding someone to have like a good conversation, like a random person to have a conversation.
No,
with,
genuinely.
which
yeah,
is strange.
absolutely.
And I don't want to like make it seem like if I don't want to waste anyone's time or anything
Yeah.
like that. Like if they want to have a good conversation, fine. And if they don't, then state your intentions and move on. Because I think it is possible to. I mean, I've heard of stories of people like I know people that like
Yeah.
that's worked out for them and they're in love and I'm happy for them.
There are days where it's just like a quick 24-hour conversation and boom, no commitment.
Yeah, and sometimes
And
people
It's
just
like
wanna-
before. It's like that the Before Sunset trilogy.
I haven't seen it yet, so don't spoil
So
anything.
good,
It's
man.
just 24-hour conversation on a dating app, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe
And
in
it's
10
like,
years you'll talk to her again.
You'll go your own way. I'll go my own way.
Have you guys seen like these? I know Tinder does it, especially like those games they try to do. And they have,
Bro,
like,
I never
video
click
You
web
have
series.
games? No, I don't use Tinder. Tinder's too much.
So I did one. It was like, what is this?
Was it the horror one where the guy dies?
Yeah, they murder
Yeah,
someone
they
and you have to
kill
figure out who. So then they match up your answers with potential dates, and they're like, oh, who?
That
Who'd
actually
you
sounds like
match
fun.
up with?
It's not.
No, never mind.
No, because they were doing it like on a week-to-week thing.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it was
you
like
had to
it was like
you had to come back
episodic,
next
yeah.
Sunday to figure out who done it
Yeah.
and submit your answers.
like
and I was
Sunday morning
"Bro, I'm gonna forget
cartoons."
about this
But
tomorrow.
for Tinder. I guess you never found out who killed
Yeah,
that guy.
So Danny and Link are Hinge.
Yeah, for
guys
the
should see
memes.
me.
Yeah.
It's the most fun to me. Like I think to me the benefit of dating apps is just figuring out what you want. You have these quick conversations. You're like, you know what? I like that quality in this person. And you're
Yeah.
like you roll with it. Like whatever. Commitmentless.
Have you ever had success from a dating app, like gone on actual dates because of them?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, for sure. But And then, like, I don't think I've had like bad dates. They're just like, okay,
There's 2 people that were.
I'm okay.
Mm.
This was a nice time. Good talking to you.
Do you ever go on have you gone on a second date with someone or?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's been a couple times, but to be honest, like I don't know. Maybe it's just the stage of my life I'm at now, where it's like I just feel like I really don't have time for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
And
I understand that feeling.
yeah, and that's just, and especially with school now, like school is even like tripled that, where it's like I hang out with you guys, I do the show, and try and exercise and do stuff and study the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Study's most of my time, so it's hard. I think it's hard to find a balance. But I mean, I think you make time for what's important to you.
That's true.
Yeah.
And
Right.
what is for you will find you
Exactly.
and make the time and you'll find space. But I mean, it is what it is, right?
My problem with dating apps is that I get bored of the conversation quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they can't match my sense of humor, I get bored. So I don't really laugh. It doesn't last long. Like
What about like if they have hot takes? Because I have people that like comment stuff on like they like message me on Hinge and thinking that they have like these hot takes and being brash,
bro.
and it's just like that's not. This isn't funny.
On Bumble, I was once talking to a girl who said she preferred The Hobbit over The Lord of the Rings.
Man, I've never gotten like any like,
I was talking to her
Good
and I was
hot
like,
and now I feel left
Yeah,
out.
bro.
who's your favorite character? Because she mentioned in her bio like she likes Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I'm like, oh, who's your favorite character of Lord of the Rings? And I'm here thinking she's gonna say someone like Aragorn, Gandalf, one of the Fellowship, or someone from Lord of the Rings. She said, I
Orc
forgot.
number 2.
She said the white orc from The Hobbit.
Oh, that was a joke.
And how
She really said that.
She really said that. And I'm like, are you serious? She's like,
That's like
yes.
the ugliest thing I've ever seen on like in the Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
trilogy.
That was her favorite character
Wait, the white orc from the Hobbit.
from The
though.
Hobbit. Yeah,
The CGI one,
yeah, the one that kind of looks like Kratos.
like a dog version of Kratos.
Yeah,
Why is that her favorite character?
I don't know. So if that was like the hottest take I've ever had on a dating
That
app,
is
and I was like, oh
scalding.
no,
What did you say after that?
I didn't respond back. I don't know what to say. I didn't want to be mean. Like that makes no.
I've never got any hot takes.
What have you gotten, Dan?
This is a bunch of like quick conversations.
Like what?
You know what?
What is a?
You know what's a prompt that gets me every time?
Yeah.
There's these prompts that are like, "Oh, I know the best breakfast spot in town." I'll be like, "You spill," and then they'll tell me, that's it.
I really thought that was
You
gonna-
served your purpose.
I mean, yeah, you hooked me with the whole like, I know the best sushi spot in town. All right, where? That's all I needed to know. There's no follow up required. That's it. Clean and dry.
Have you ever had like? Has anyone ever like? You ask them that, and they just give you like a generic, like a super generic place.
Denny's.
Yeah, it's like I know the best place for wings.
There was this
welcome that
There
Chili's.
was this one girl. Her entire profile was about onion rings.
What?
And her favorite onion rings was from Red Robin. I was like, that's an odd
Yum.
choice, right?
Like for onion rings, or the fact that her profile was onion rings?
Both. I mean, like, she was so passionate about.
You guys like onion rings?
I like them, but I don't know if there's like a
Do you like onion rings? You've always liked onion rings? I know
don't
you have a complicated relationship with onions.
onions, yeah, but they're deep
yeah,
fried.
but those are
Deep fried,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're-
deep
they're-
fried makes everything taste better, but I
and
just didn't
they're-
know if they're like.
I like
flappy.
them.
Once you get through the crunch,
They're
like
not-
then you have like a slimy onion.
You know what?
When you put it that way, it sounds horrible, but it's a good slimy onion.
This is gonna sound messed up, but I think the best onion rings are from Burger King because
I think the best onion rings are Funyuns.
that's true. Are those onion rings?
No, but
Oh.
Funyuns like taste like they're killing your body because it's like sodium. It's just pure It's like a
Yeah.
brick of salt.
It's gonna give me
What's the
heartburn.
problem with that?
You stumped me.
Listen, if you die, you die.
Yeah, what it
It
is.
is what it is.
It
It
is
is what it is. What it is, my brother.
But yeah, onion rings. Don't.
Let me see.
I like the ones for Burger King because I like sometimes when you get fries and you get that random onion ring.
Mhm.
That's a surprise. That's why they're my favorite. Cause I wasn't expecting this, but thank you.
There was a breakfast one that was pretty good. Now I can't find it.
Do you guys ever like Have you guys? I'm sorry. Have you guys gotten any dates for?
I got close twice, and then it
Just fell through.
yeah, I fell through, and then
Oh,
everything
You're
else
gonna
fell
hate me. I'm so sorry.
yeah, and then that's kind of the end. I mean, it's fine.
No, not for me. I don't take this seriously enough,
hmm
so I never get.
You've never
that.
had like a long conversation, like
No,
in the span of like 3-4 days, and it's like, oh, maybe it's time to meet up.
no.
I've had 2. They were cool.
I don't take it
But-
serious enough. I joke around too much, and I don't think that my sense of humor translates through text.
You
Well,
just have to start sending voice memos constantly,
Yeah, honestly, voice notes really do the trick. I think.
they do.
especially when they're in that voice.
My Bobby
Yeah,
Hill
I
voice.
think-
Oh, I was so confused. I was like, what are you talking about right now?
Hey, girl, how you doing?
That'll definitely work every time.
What that thing do, girl?
I think you may have peaked.
Oh, my bad.
In both
Sorry,
senses.
listeners, viewers.
Yeah, you peaked in life, not on the mic.
If I can't find a wife now, I'll never will. So that's how our online dating life has looked like. What is one thing that you look for in a partner?
Glasses.
Dang it, you got me.
I think only one of you has to answer for each other's answers. I think.
Yes.
I'm
That
pretty
should be
you-
yeah.
First things first, a sense of humor. Immediately. If you're not like decently funny, can't do it.
You gotta be able to take a joke too. Though.
Yeah.
That too.
Understand.
That
You
too.
understand the
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of banter.
Yeah.
Like going back and forth.
Banta. Love Island.
Witty banter.
You should go on Love Island. I would watch that season.
We would watch that.
Bro,
season.
I've been
Which one's Love Island?
I promise to
I
you.
don't even know what that
It's
is.
the one that where they all talk like you
yeah,
fit.
the-
I fancy
yeah,
you.
yeah. I fancy.
I fancy you.
I
You fit.
promise you, I will one day
He's
be
fit,
on The
love.
Bachelor. I don't know
Yeah,
how
we-
or why, but I will be on The Bachelor.
You'll be on The Bachelor.
I
will be on
tweeted that. You
That's
should be-
right. That's right. We're gonna make it happen.
We're
I
gonna
need
make
to
it
be
happen.
21. I'm almost there, but we're gonna make it
We're
happen.
gonna make it
I'm gonna
happen.
be on The Bachelor, and I'm gonna get eliminated first round
because of your banter.
because I've got no banta,
You got no bantha?
like a banta.
You don't have, yeah. You don't ride around a bantha. On a bantha.
But yeah, I'm gonna get on that. What were you saying? My
Nah,
bad.
sense of humor.
Sense of
Oh,
humor,
okay.
wittiness.
Sense of
Yeah.
Humor is
Okay.
big.
Oh, banter.
Obviously, I think similar interests, but doesn't have to be the same interest.
Yeah.
I think so. Like, or able to find like something
Yeah.
either to like about similar interests or like I don't know how to describe it, but like they don't have to be into everything I'm into.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily need that, but also like be open, not just like
Be open.
Yeah,
be
be
open
open-
about it.
just
Yeah.
like
Open-minded
shut down
is-
whatever I like.
is key.
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
key,
Obviously, like I love a bunch of like geek stuff and watching films and shows and stuff like that.
Respect, my my interests and my hobbies.
Yeah,
I respect yours.
Be open to that. Also, I think being like physically active, healthy,
Yeah,
hygiene.
yeah, that is
and
a
stuff like that.
big green flag for me. If you're active, that's
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I agree with what you said. Just being open-minded about everything. Because if you're open-minded with me, I'm open-minded with you. I might even get into some of the things that you like.
I mean,
Exactly.
chances
the type
are
of
it will. Like,
Yeah, that's the type of person I am. I'm so laid back. Like, all right, if you like this, I'll do it for you. Like, and I'll have a good time. But being open-minded, I don't like it when people are close-minded. It's really, it's terrible. What do I look for? We said comedy, obviously, sense of humor, banter, all that. I think that's I think that's the number one thing I look for if I'm able to
I mean,
keep up, if we're able to
specifically,
keep up in our
well,
conversation.
especially on dating apps.
Yes, especially on
It's
dating apps.
humor first because texting, like a texting conversation,
Is that the
hard,
first
bro.
thing? Is that the first thing?
Once I see someone that I'm attracted to, I read the
Yeah.
bio and then like
'Cause I mean, it's
Do you read
We-
bios
we
or do
know-
you just swipe?
listen.
Do
It
you,
depends
do
on
I
how
read
I'm feeling.
bios?
Huh?
It depends on how I'm
no.
feeling.
Sometimes it'll just be like I'm speed run real quick.
Yeah, exactly. It depends on if I'm just sitting down doing nothing. I'll read a bio or two,
Mm.
but I won't stay on it long. I'll read like 3 and then
I still feel like it's very hard. I don't know. Like
You
Especially, like, where
you can't figure out someone's personality
On their
through these
bio,
apps.
yeah.
So I feel like I'm wasting my time most of the
You
time.
really can't. But I mean, best foot forward, right?
Yeah. What's the best breakfast spot in town?
I like it. I want us to match well. So if you're a little bit, if you're like, they say opposite attracts, right? So if you're the opposite of me, I think that's better than being very similar to
I
me,
agree.
at least
Oh,
personality
yeah,
wise.
for sure.
Because I'm very passive. I'm type B. I'm laid back.
Feel the same way.
I'm with another laid back person.
Yeah.
I don't think much will get done.
Yeah.
And that's not a problem. But I prefer someone a little bit more type A, more of a go-getter. And it's not because I'm lazy or stuff like that and I need motivation.
Mm-hmm.
It's just opposites attract.
No,
You help me,
yeah.
you motivate me, and then I help you also like with
It's
I help you rest, you get me?
Not
It's a
stress-
balance.
Not
stress
stress
yourself
out so much.
It's-
Exactly.
yeah.
It's,
It's
a
a
nice
balance,
balance, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely look for someone more outgoing than me.
Well,
'Cause,
yeah, exactly.
I can stay reserved and stay in my shell, but someone who kind of
Brings that out. of you.
brings it out of me, like pushes me to do things, and be better, be the best me. I mean, that's what I look for.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you want to be better with the person you're with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That or just be Florence Pugh.
Yeah,
From the celebrities, who is your biggest crush?
Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey
My
Plaza.
celebrity crush out of like all celebrities?
Yeah?
That's hard, man.
Aubrey Plaza's a good one.
Thank you. She's just funny, man.
She gets
For
me.
I think my celebrity crush right now is Dua Lipa.
Mm.
It just is. It is what it is. What about you?
Oh man,
Tough, isn't it?
it's a tough one, yeah. I always go for Tina Fey. That's my.
That's a great choice.
It's like 50, but
No, it doesn't matter.
it
It's a
doesn't matter.
great
Yeah,
choice.
it's Tina. My heart belongs to her.
So have you guys like had any like doesn't have to be horror experiences, but like either embarrassing stories or really great experiences dating or funny stories or something like that?
I do have a pretty embarrassing story.
What's yours?
So back when I was with my ex in my senior year, we were hanging out, and
Oh.
this lady thought that she said I was too old for her.
You
Did
do.
you have a full beard?
Yeah.
Yeah. You look older than
Yeah,
me.
I look older than I am. I was like, ma'am, do you think we're not the same age?
You said it in that voice.
Yeah, because I was like throwing back. She's like, you're really rocking the cradle, huh? I was like, what?
She said that to you?
Yes. I was like, are you serious?
Were you guys in school or out of school?
No, it was our senior trip. We were on a cruise.
Oh, okay.
You're really rocking the. Why would she say that?
And I was like, what? Why'd you say that to me? I'm 18 and she is too.
Wait,
I don't know,
did you say anything back to her?
I just said, do you think I'm not the same? We're the same age. That's what I said.
What did she say?
Hey, she just laughed.
I
Or
wish
like
I were there.
like had a weird reaction to it. Like she was taken aback and laughed. But I was
Where
like,
do
that's
people get the gall to say
yeah. I was
that,
like, why
right?
the heck would you
Dang.
say that to me? I-
Jeez.
Think about that sometimes. I'm like, how old did I look? Actually, I remember what I was wearing. I was wearing like a Hawaiian t-shirt and like cargo shorts.
Was your
And
chest
just
was
like-
your chest hair showing?
I probably was, and like a dad hat.
So you look. I mean, you can't blame her. You look like Tom
Well,
Selleck
Yeah, exactly. Well, but I'm on a vacation.
with a beard. Yeah.
That is a rude thing to say.
What about you, Link?
About me, oh man, there's so many. I feel like my whole dating life is just one big
Sitcom.
funny story. So talking about people who hooking you up. I remember this one time in college. I was talking to this girl and I wasn't really attracted to her, but she was cool to hang around with. And I think this was the first time that I started to like someone because of their personality and not looks. So growth, yeah, you know, not
eh?
super. I'm like, dang, I'm not superficial
That's,
anymore.
what age was that?
I was 20.
Oh, sorry, I asked.
Okay.
Do I not? No, just kidding. Ma'am, how old are you? No, just kidding. And I remember I started talking to this girl and as friends, and I knew she had a boyfriend, and nothing ever happened. Like I didn't think anything of it. But then she started leading me on because she would say things like, "Oh man, I wish my boyfriend was as funny as you. You're so hilarious. I wish you were as funny as you. This guy is kind of boring. And to me, someone who appreciates comedy and has a good sense of humor, it's like, oh man, that's high praise right there. So I was really, but I knew, like, let me not temper my expectations. Right? She's
let you not temper your expectations.
Yeah, let me not temper my expectations.
Let you not.
Yeah,
temper
let
your
me not. So
expectations.
get excited.
Let me not get excited. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Idioms. I'm from Miami.
What the heck does that mean?
We don't speak English. We speak Miamian. So
We speak
Mayan, yeah. So I remember, okay, nothing. And she kept on saying this over and over. Every time we would hang out, she would say, I'm like, okay, please stop. You're sending so many mixed signals. I can't, I don't know what's real or not. But then one day she goes, man, I wish you were my boyfriend.
Nah,
wait.
What?
How did?
No, okay. I wish my boyfriend was more like you.
Okay, that's what
yeah,
different.
Yeah, I definitely did.
yeah. I was like, wait,
But
what?
that's how I interpreted it. I'm like, bro, what's going on here, man? And I remember I went to class. I was in this art design class. I'm like, I could not concentrate the whole time. I'm like, this is driving me crazy. Like, I'm liking this girl. She has a boyfriend, but she's always saying how. And she would also say like, oh, you're better than him overall. And I'm like,
overall stat line.
Did she say those words?
yes, like, oh, you're so much better than him.
It's like a trading
I
card,
don't-
99
I don't know.
overall.
I don't know what's happening right now.
So I'm like, this is so confusing. Please. And
It's
I was in the
it's a
design
transfer
class,
move of the season.
and I couldn't no more. So I'm like, oh, I gotta go talk to this
She
girl.
was requesting a trade.
I gotta go talk to this girl and tell her how I feel because this is driving me crazy. So I go to teacher, hey man, I got diarrhea, I gotta go. He totally understood, and I left. So I go to her apartment where she's at, and then, we're hanging out there, we're watching, I don't know, watching comedy, watching New Girl, and then she goes, all right, I gotta go to work. Let me drop you off at the dorm. So we go to, she's driving me by the dorm. I'm like, bro, this whole time I'm like, I need to tell her how I feel.
And you grabbed her by the hand.
I've never told the girl exactly how I felt. So I remember she parks right in front of the dorm, and I'm like, hey, I gotta talk to you really quick. I kind of like you. I have a crush on you. And I know you have a boyfriend, but that's how I feel. And I'm putting it out there. And I remember she's looking at me, and she just puts her head on the steering wheel. And she closes her eyes, and I'm like, okay, what's going on here?
And then Ashton Kutcher came
And
out.
then yeah, she starts swaying her head as in a no. She goes, no. You can't say this to me. You can't have a crush on me. You're like my best friend. And I was like, oh.
Besto friendo.
I mean, we both have the same taste in women. No, just kidding. So I was like, oh boy. And I'm like, I'm sorry, that's how I feel. And if you don't feel this way, I'm like, I think I need to, I need some time away from you. And this is me being mature. Like, this is me
Wow.
being
Dude,
emotionally mature right
At
here.
what, 20 years old?
At 20.
Wow.
That's right.
That's beautiful.
That's what Dan is at.
That's where,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
And
where
he's still
I'm at.
curving people on
Yeah.
dating sites.
Yeah, and I'm asking for breakfast locations.
And then this is what she says. This is what got me, I was like, get out of here. This is insane. She said, what if I set you up with someone?
What a curveball!
That way we can hang out with
I-
each other.
I
That
didn't-
way we can hang out with each other.
What?
And I was like, yo, I don't want the girl I have a crush on setting me up with
Setting you up with-
someone,
yeah.
someone else.
That's horrible,
But who
And-
was she saying to set you up with?
No, she didn't say anyone. She's like, what if I...
dude.
And then
this
that's how I realized
sucks.
this is how deep in the friend zone I am. That she's willing to set me up with someone so that we can continue to be friends.
That's like the. I hope your kid and my kid are best friends.
Where's her? Oh my god. Where's her boyfriend in all this?
You know what? I
He goes to another school.
never saw the guy.
He goes to another school.
So I always thought
He
maybe
doesn't
she's
exist.
making this guy up too. I
Bruh,
never
just-
saw him.
He goes to another school.
It's just like being the Joker. Everything's just made up.
He was older than her, by a few years. So, but anyway, so she said that. I'm like, okay, this is weird. So I exited, and I felt so brave and so confident. Just
That's
the fact that
beautiful.
I
I'm proud
did
of
that.
you.
I'm like,
I'm proud of
dang.
you too.
I'm proud of 20-year-old you.
Yeah.
Exactly. I peaked. And I was so full of adrenaline. I felt so confident, so good about myself. And then 2 hours later, I was like, in the dorm shower crying. Because in the shower, you can't tell if those are your tears or if it's the water from the shower. So that's like I think one of my most embarrassing stories.
That was a good one.
Yeah, thank you.
But you're so brave.
But it's a
and I'm
great
so
story to
proud of
tell.
you,
Like
yeah.
It is a
I
great
knew,
story.
like as it was happening, I'm like, this is hilarious. This is gold. But this pain feels too bad, too hard.
on the sitcom, there was a laugh track definitely
was.
going off
Whoever was watching my mockumentary was enjoying this.
when her head hits the steering wheel. It says ha ha ha. Ha ha. The laugh track.
What about you?
That was wait, no.
That's
I'm
hard to
still,
follow
I'm
up.
still not up. I'm still not over that. She was just. Why did she look so? Why did she seem so conflicted?
She started to cry. I forgot to say, she started to cry. I've never made a girl cry in my life, except for my mom, and she was crying.
This is like strange. Like that
It
is
was.
strange. She started to cry.
Nah, she was conflicted, man.
She definitely was.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
What about you?
What about me? Talking about embarrassing stories.
No, you said successful, happy stories.
Yeah, they
too.
could be anything.
Mine stories
a
all just
story.
tend to be embarrassing.
Trying to think. Oh, I guess it could be. It wasn't really like someone that like I dated. The hiccup just triggered it for me.
A light bulb.
The catalyst.
I guess this is when I was a lot younger. This is when I was like at summer camp.
Oh, summer fling.
Oh
And
man, I always
so-
wanted to have one of those summer camp summer flings.
And so, was it during this time? This was my first year going to summer camp. I was so I was like starting to hit puberty. So like I used to be a fat, chubby little kid.
I remember.
And then I hit a growth spurt.
You became ripped out of nowhere.
I started to get thinner and stuff like that. I was more active.
Gabriel's transformation was chubby Hawaiian looking kid to Jacob from Twilight.
So he had like an anime training arc.
Yes.
Where it's like overnight he was jacked.
He was jacked.
But no, yeah, it was just that one summer at band camp, you know. There was I don't know. This was like a new experience for me. This was my first time at camp, and I was just making a bunch of new friends, and because I feel like down here in Miami, it was just a lot of the same. Like I just had my group. It was the circles and close community, I guess. So I was getting to meet people from all over the state, and so throughout the whole because it was about a week, the camp was, and I was super excited, and I had like these awesome Coke. No, what is it? My cabin mates, I guess.
Oh.
And so these I thought my counselors were awesome. Everyone was super cool. It wasn't until like we got to like sports and like playing dodgeball and stuff like that that it was like okay, this is my time to shine. Because everyone was like doing archery and I'm like I can't do this. I suck at this crap. But like I remember there was one instance in dodgeball. At this time I had long hair. And so we started playing dodgeball, and then there was this counselor that was just beaming the heck out of kids. Like he was
He was a pitcher.
huh?
Or was he the pitcher or the one?
In dodgeball?
You never played dodgeball?
Bro, you said
before?
dodgeball. I understood kickball. I don't know why. My bad.
I was so confused.
My bad. Forgive me.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. So basically that was his motto. He was just out here pelting kids. Like he was just beaming it.
I respect the grind.
And
He
this guy
takes
was
the game
ripped. This
for
guy
real.
was jacked, and he was literally just hitting kids like nonstop.
I mean, that's kind of like an awesome job, though.
I guess if the kids are annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what it's like because I became a counselor later on at the same camp,
Yeah.
and doing it was kind of fun. So, but he was a villain, and he was getting everybody out. And I mean, there was this one girl. She was super athletic. She was older than me. And it was basically me and her against like the entire other side. It was against staff, and it was just me and her. Like, basically, it was like last man standing. This guy pelted her. She got hit in the leg. She was out. It was basically like just me and the one counselor now. And so what ended up happening.
Oh boy.
And so what ended up happening was this guy's just throwing it. I'm just like dodging. To this one time where we're basically like getting closer, like face to face, because they were closing the borders, and in the game, and he throws a rocket like straight at me, and I like jump and do like a split mid-air for the ball to like just pass through me. I dodge it, and then I come down, and then I have a ball in my hand, and I just whack him. I hit him like in the chest,
You probably felt like a hero.
and he drops it. I did, because everyone was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
Like all
it's
because the
awesome.
campers are on ISA, and everyone was like cheering. And then that's when this girl started to notice me. So then, as the week went on, like we saw each other and stuff like that. But at the end of the week, they have a banquet, and you can ask the other, like any other camper that you want to go to the banquet with you,
Ooh.
and you guys sit together and you
Ooh.
have a nice evening. But yeah, the whole time, like it was just kind of like building to this moment, building this moment. I'm like, oh man,
I can feel it.
and I was not. I just wasn't like. I wasn't like necessarily feeling myself at all. I was just like, I'm just too scared. I just didn't even notice.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, so we had plenty of activities where she was in the same activity, and I just didn't know. I just didn't ask. Like it was just the whole time till the day the day before it comes, and then everyone's in the cafeteria, and then at this time we had a rival cabin.
Ooh.
These guys were like the bullies. These guys were like, they actually got in trouble because they like pelted our cabin with.
Is it like Camp Rock where you guys would walk in?
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what it was. It was like Camp Rock Cobra Kai. That's what it was.
Oh.
So these guys, like, I remember they got in trouble because they like pelted a cabin and like broke a window. They were like just being mean. They were just like not great people. And one of the guys, he was like one of like the leaders, I guess, comes in and does this like basically asks the girl who like I can see from like a distance in the cafeteria, and she asked this girl to go to the banquet with her, and she says yeah.
Ooh.
And I'm just like, bro, my heart sank, and I was so sad. And then afterwards we have like a meeting, and we're all walking backwards to like everyone's going to their cabins, but like the girls' cabins and the guys' cabins are like kind of close to each other. So as we're about to like split, like this girl comes up next to me, and after that dodgeball game that I'd mentioned, I had been given the name Mowgli. I was known as Mowgli for the week because I had the long hair and I.
Oh, okay, from
Jungle
Book. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean it might have been like
Kind of
offensive.
yeah.
But whatever, I was a kid, I don't know.
I mean, you're racially ambiguous to them, I guess.
So she comes up to me, and she's like, "You should have asked me to the banquet, Mowgli."
The Mowgli got me. I'm sorry,
bro. And I was just like, dude, I thought about that the whole night, man.
There's no success story.
I was
to
so
this?
sad.
Why'd you say yes to this guy then, girl?
I was
bro. This makes no sense.
She's fake, bro. There's no happy ending to this.
And then I mean, the next day happens. We're all getting ready for the banquet. Everyone's in line, and I'm just like, whatever, what the heck. And then I asked her at the banquet, I was like, hey, I know you're going with somebody, but do you want to stay with me instead? She's like, yeah, I never thought you'd ask.
May I have this?
What?
Dance?
That worked?
Boom! May I have this dance?
Yeah. And we sat together at the banquet. The guy was super salty.
That's what's up.
I'm pretty sure one of the guys in my cabin, like, they try to like bully one of the kids in my cabin, and that you don't mess with that kid. That kid like punched him in the face. But yeah, that was my experience at camp.
So you won.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won. That was
This reminds me of a Hollywood movie. Which one is it?
And that was one of the moments where I'm like, did that really just happen? And that's why like
This is Titanic, but without the iceberg.
That was the 1 week at camp. Like that was the only time I went to camp as a camper. And it was like, but it's like I'm glad that was the only one, because that one, like, I hold it in such like one of the best summers ever for me.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Did you ever like get the girl's number or something like that?
Like Facebook's, but we switched Facebook, but it wasn't
so many lost loves from summer camps.
Okay.
If you're listening to this, come find him.
Yeah, no,
Mowgli.
That's not a thing anymore. That's not a.
Mowgli's looking for you.
But yeah, speaking about that, when do you guys have that one person
That ran away.
That,
The one-
one person,
Ran away.
yeah, the one person that ran away. The one that got away.
I have one in mind, but I don't want to start.
Cause what?
Go ahead.
I guess I'll start. No, just a girl I met when I had summer classes in college
All comes back to summer, baby.
How long ago was this?
a year ago.
Recent.
Wait, no, this isn't the one.
Yeah.
Nah.
All right, tell your story. Tell your story.
What? It's not really like, it's not much of a story. It's just, I finally was allowed on campus because I spent my first year online because of
Yeah, that was tough, man.
COVID-19. And, I was trying to have a fresh start. I was feeling myself. I felt great. Summer class, very cute girl. And that was the first time that I mustered up the courage to give her my number. Gave her my number, and we were texting, we were talking, and I thought it was going somewhere, but it did not. So,
The one that ran away.
the one that ran away.
Did she show any signs that she was interested in you?
I thought so. I thought so.
Oh, I'm thinking about a different one.
Who were you
I thought
thinking?
you talking about JJK girl.
Oh, no. I never got to talk to her.
Yeah.
But, yeah, she showed signs. At least I thought so. But, yeah, never went anywhere. So, it is what it is.
Do you have her number?
I do.
When was the
Text
last
her
time?
right now.
Text her right now.
Text her right now.
I'll give you my phone and you text.
I'll do it right now.
If she responds, we're only mentioning it in the Patreon.
I mean, this whole week you're gonna be texting the girls from the speed dating.
Okay. So
Speed
all I
dating.
ask is that
It's
you
not
don't say anything.
explicit.
It's not explicit. Okay. This is a person I have not seen or talked to since summer of last year.
Yeah. So, I'm just gonna hit FaceTime real quick.
I'll tackle you. I'll jump over the table and tackle you.
Is this happening? Am I doing it? for
No,
the-
you're
Am
not.
I doing it for
No,
the
you're
gram?
not. You're not.
No one's recording this.
Do it with
You're
the
not.
vine.
You're not. You're
Get it
not.
out my
Do
phone.
it with the vine. I
You're
ain't
not.
gonna do it.
You're
Do it with the
not.
vine.
You're not.
You won't, Gabe.
I won't.
Don't do it.
But, like,
Don't do
on
it,
a
don't
scale
do
of
it,
1 to
don't-
10, how mad would you be?
I'd be pretty mad.
Yeah, okay. Never
I'd
mind.
be
I
pretty
don't want to
mad.
be. Yeah, I don't.
You can send the text because there might not be a response. But if that phone gets answered, what then?
You know what? You should do it and then say, "Oh, wrong. I thought you were the wrong person. I have another person with that
And it's
same
just,
name."
it's just
just
Gabriel.
the dude with the
no, no.
mustache.
It's you. It's you, Dan.
It's been a year and I've gone through a lot of changes.
Hey, do you want to watch Top Gun? Maverick? Should I write that?
Listen, I leave it in your hands.
no,
you
no,
can-
no, no.
You can make it valid or you can make it a joke. But my phone is in your hands.
I said, hey.
No.
You
See,
sent it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thought I wasn't gonna do
Ah,
it?
frick.
you should have said. You should have said. You should have said, "Hey, Shotty, what that thing do?"
What,
Ah, that felt a lot worse than.
hey, yo. Dan, who cares?
Yeah, you're right.
bro?
If she doesn't
Who
respond, oh well.
cares?
We'll FaceTime with her later.
But if that phone vibrates, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that.
I mean, what time is it? What is she gonna think it is?
You know what she's gonna think it is, but if she responds, she responds. If she doesn't, she doesn't. Who cares? It doesn't
Alright.
matter.
If she
right,
responds,
right.
send her a Bible verse.
That'd be nice.
That'd be nice, yeah. So she doesn't think that it's a booty call.
I wish you would have added more to that because if
I
it's
can add more right now.
at least
Super random,
Have you seen Top Gun?
but I have a podcast.
no, don't say that. I don't want that.
What do you want to say? What would you
I
want to
don't
say?
know,
I've already said hey, so what do you want to say?
catch up, get lunch, get dinner.
Hey, super random, just wanted to see.
This is
if
horrible.
you
It's
wanted
12
to
o'clock at
catch
night.
up.
She probably thinks I'm in the trenches if I'm sending that at 12, a year after the last time we talked.
Send her John
Just wanted to see
3:16
if you wanted to
afterwards,
Catch up.
so she doesn't think of
anytime.
anything.
John 3:16.
Yeah, yeah. So
I
she
hope-
doesn't think anything else randomly.
Okay.
Don't send that.
Austin
Don't, just leave it. Just leave it at that.
Hey, we're proud of you, man.
Leave it at that. You're still typing. What is he? kind of manifesto are you typing over there?
All right. There it is.
Bro, what did you write?
I love you. I'm sorry. Take me back.
Okay. That's not bad. All right. It
I'm
is
proud
what
of
it
you.
is.
I'm proud of you, Dan.
It is what it is.
What were we talking about?
I don't know.
The one that ran away.
The one that ran away. I've had
I
a couple.
hope-
I've had a couple that have run away.
I hope she never finds this episode if she doesn't answer.
Cutscene. They're dating.
I will still not show her this episode.
You really think she won't listen to it?
That would be an unsupportive girlfriend, wouldn't it?
Mm.
Exactly.
Mm.
Do you have one link?
I don't know. I feel like I have so many.
Can I text them?
No.
Can I text all of them?
Grabs my phone.
I feel like someone else has to do something risky for the balance of the show. I feel like I put my heart out there.
Yeah, but you're also 20 years old.
Yeah,
That's also true.
I'm proud of you. Good job.
That's all I get?
Thumbs up, baby. 2 thumbs up.
I got 4 thumbs up. I'll take that.
Ah,
That sucked.
I don't know. I think in college maybe I had to take a language, and for some reason I chose Hebrew. And there was a girl in my Hebrew class who was studying archaeology, and I thought she was really cute. And then I started talking to her, and she was very funny. For someone very from the suburbs, because I went to school in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
So she was very funny for someone that's not from a big city. I was really impressed by our banter.
People out in the suburbs aren't funny?
I don't know, man. I just didn't know what I was gonna expect.
I don't think you can say that, man.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Come on, dog.
I was impressed by her banter, and we just always had good banter. And I thought this is something cool. And then one time I asked her out on a date, and then she said, "Oh yeah, I'll text you to let you know." And
She's turning to
she
Steve
said, "Oh, I'm gonna."
Why is he turning to Steve Grant?
And then on the
I'll
text,
give you a call later.
when the time was coming to go to this thing together, she and I took Hebrew 1 and Hebrew 2 with her, so this whole time we were always hanging out. I was having fun, within the classroom. Like I never hung out with her afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
She was very, I don't want to use the word conservative, but very, I don't know how to describe her. Very reserved and sheltered, I guess.
Okay.
So that's why I always felt like, oh, okay, this is really interesting here. Because she was studying archaeology, I always gave my crushes a nickname, so I nicknamed her Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
That's a good one,
I
right?
remember this one.
You remember the girl,
I remember
huh?
this one.
That's a good nickname.
But nothing ever happened. But I always thought she was so cool, and I even told myself, I'm gonna marry this girl. I mean, I was in college, right? Like that's what you say.
Yeah.
Never happened. I don't think we're texting her, so we're good.
Do you have her number?
I don't think so.
If you do,
He's lying.
can we please do it?
He's lying.
Please. He's actually checking. Please.
Is she?
I don't know if she's with someone. Yeah. I don't think she's with that guy anymore.
Very
He's
interesting.
yeah. She didn't have a strong social media presence, so it was hard. Okay, never mind. I don't have her number.
It is what it is.
I do. I have her number. I just looked at it. I texted her in 2020.
2020, yeah, that's recent.
But she didn't respond to what I said.
Oh,
That's
what did
okay,
you
I
say?
mean-
I don't know. I was like, I guess I asked her. We called like, hey, is this your number? How's it going? And then we talked a little bit, and she didn't respond back.
I mean, I also got ghosted, and Gabriel just sent a text from my phone.
Cool. What about you, Gabriel?
Yeah.
Will you do it for the Patreon? Because I'll end the episode right now.
Cut.
Will you do it for Patreon?
I'm so nervous at this that I have to go poop now.
Whoa.
It's a day for new things. It's a new
Alright.
beginning.
Gabriel, you doing your thing?
I mean, I think Dan should.
No.
No, you're doing
No,
this
no.
one.
Oh wow.
Oh, so
You're my
then-
guy.
Oh wow. it was all I trust Dan, but as soon as it's hey, I gotta.
I
text
said we
someone."
have the same taste. I didn't say we have the same approach when it comes to women. Gabriel knows me in this.
All of a sudden, it's like no.
We have the same. You would have actually thought she was cute.
I believe that.
Yeah. She always wore chacos. I thought that was so cute.
Mm,
Man, this has been an interesting
we-
episode,
Bro.
should we
I
do
think
this?
we should.
Gabriel, whoever you say, you know we're gonna text them, right?
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Do you have one that you don't care about that you'll text?
Oh, it's not that I don't care. They just don't have a phone number. Like that will work.
Is she 80?
Hey, random question. I'm going to Austria soon. Any tips?
Sounds good. No, I don't know where she went to.
That's what it literally says. I went to Austria.
Oh, okay. That's the last
That's
thing we
actually-
said.
That's really good. Listen, we're in this. Hold
We're
my
in this
hand.
together.
We're in this together.
Can you hold my hand while I poop?
Yeah, but yeah, you know what? Whatever.
Okay.
Okay, done.
All right. Cool.
Wow.
That was simple.
At 12.
At 12.
Again, both of these happened at 12.
So,
All right,
Time
Gabe.
doesn't matter.
do you guys want to go to Austria?
I'm down.
Now you gotta back up that
Now
lie.
we gotta
It
go to-
sounds
yeah,
like
now
we're
I gotta
taking
back
it-
up that lie,
Now
bro.
everyone's traveling.
Let's go. I mean, I do. I had a. That was another success story. That was probably what I was gonna. What else was I gonna say? That was a great story. Also happened during the summer, bled into the fall. But yeah, just going on dates with this girl. Like, I had a crush on this girl for a while.
Is it
Yeah. And so,
the one that looked like Kendall?
long story
Or
short.
Kendall Jenner?
Long story short.
Oh my goodness, Gabe.
Long story short, I fumbled the bag. And that is truly the one that got away.
Oh, that's like a root. Like, dang.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It is what it is. Life happens, and we are where we are.
But I mean, the important part is
We can't text her, right? He's another continent.
Yeah.
dang. That's far.
She got away from him.
Which I guess,
Really?
I mean, I guess probably wouldn't have worked out either way. But,
You can move to Europe.
okay. But you were going to say something, Dan.
No, I was gonna say I mean, at the end of the day, I think most important thing is when you're going through this thing of like dating and putting yourself in a vulnerable spot. Important to have friends that support you.
Oh, for sure. Because
Oh, yes.
it is not.
It's not easy.
It's not easy at
easy
all,
to put
man.
yourself out there, man. And
Dude.
a lot of times you do get hurt.
Gabriel has been there for me so many times.
He was there for me too. I mean, he literally changed my summer in a night, and I've been better off since.
Dang, look at you,
That is
Gabe.
it.
Being
Wow.
there for both of us.
I love you, Gabe.
Both
You're-
older
you're,
and
like,
younger.
Seriously, it supports.
No, I mean,
It's
it's
important.
true. Like I'm blessed. We're all blessed to have a really close knit group of friends that, like, obviously we have group chats and we all talk to each other, quite often, and we try to make a point to see each other throughout the year. And I mean, this group of friends are just. We're just, like, I don't know, we're just so close, I think, and like either we grew up together or even if we haven't, like we might have just met recently. It feels like we've known each other forever. But I am lucky to have a group of friends like that, because I can tell you, like, when you are in a relationship and things don't work out, and it is a different type of hurt. Like it is very
Yeah,
painful. It's some of the
mhm,
most
yeah,
painful
sucks,
things.
man.
Like emotional pain is probably some of the worst pain you can go through.
Oh.
But I mean, in that pain, like, you find a lot about yourself.
Yeah.
I think, and I definitely can attest to that. I've grown into a bigger person, from either breakups or things just not working out. I think that those setbacks really make you grow and develop, and you really find out who you are in those moments, and you find out, like, who you want to be.
Yeah.
I can tell you from personal experience, it's been crazy the past couple of years, like the ups and downs of being in a relationship, not being in a relationship, feeling lonely, feeling depressed, and or just being overwhelmed in general. The things that stress does to you. I think that those things have taught me a lot. Like I've learned so much when I go through like heartbreak.
Yeah.
Um,
When I'm able to reassess and do better and be better,
No, exactly,
and
yeah.
not get down about it, and just understand that this is something I have to come back from.
yeah, and I mean, listen, like those moments are gonna hurt no matter what.
Yeah.
Because we're
Yeah.
human beings, we feel out, and that's just how it is. But I really wouldn't trade that. I feel like it would be so scary to be like heartless and cold and being
Absolutely.
shut off from that. I mean, I've had moments where that's happened to me, and I don't know who I am at that point. So I think that being able to be real with yourself and like let yourself feel what you're feeling is something that's super important. I mean, I'm speaking from personal experience. I think that having that group of friends, having those people around you, family members, I think is something is vital. It's key to recovery and just like building yourself up back stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that I've come to a point in my life where I don't necessarily think that that I need to be with someone. Like this constant obsession of people that they just can't be alone. They always have to be with someone doing something, whether it is in a relationship or whether it is like just me. And there's nothing wrong with like being social and wanting to like hang out and be with friends, but I think it comes from like an unhealthy position when it's like I have to like constantly be with somebody in a relationship doing something. And I don't know, I just feel like people like trying to kind of obsess over like the whole like I need to have a boyfriend, I need to have a girlfriend, when it's not necessarily that big of a deal as long
It's
as like
just-
you know
It's
who
not a
you are.
necessity. Like you can get through life without it. Obviously, there are lonely nights. There are those times where you're like, I wish I could share my life with another person. But if you learn to be with yourself, enjoy time with yourself, and value your loved ones,
Yeah.
you have people to actually share your life with.
Oh, for sure. Like you realize there's so much more to life, and when you find when you kind of like are secure and secure in that person that you are and who you want to be and how you want to live your life, I think that somewhere along the line, like that person will fall.
Yeah,
everything will fall into
What
place.
is
And
for you will come to you,
Yeah.
and that's just how it is. You just keep doing your thing. You focus on what's important to you. For me, it's school.
Mhm.
Focusing on school. Whatever comes along, that's fine.
No, yeah, and I think that because I've kind of been like this for about almost 2 years now. It was kind of like I was at a point where I was like, am I just gonna be single for the rest of my life? Is this what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
And I was like, I was genuinely thinking that. Like, obviously, like this world is ginormous and there's so many people out there.
Anything is possible.
And yeah, but it's like I was genuinely feeling like, am I gonna be alone for the rest of my life? And I wasn't necessarily like worried, but it was something that I was like, this is a real possibility. Because I realized that I was just like, that's when I was like kind of like cold and like shutting off, where I was like, I wasn't allowing myself to really feel anything for people, for like people in that sense, like in a romantic partner. And I think that that's really scary.
Yeah, that is scary because the second you get used to that and that becomes your normal, then you're shut off.
And I think that's where the disconnect was for me. Is like, yeah, like being single is great, like but I had to realize like until you find someone that's worth not being single.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't know, I think people should, I don't know what I'm saying. I think people should basically focus on themselves.
Yeah, I agree.
Focus on yourself and
Find yourself first.
Yeah, do what you want to do what you have to do, and I think it'll fall into place. Yeah, you can really just enjoy life. There's so much more out there. There's so much more that we have to find. And whether it's with your friends, with a romantic partner, with your family, I think that all these things just come together and you really do make a life out of that. And whatever comes along the way, that's for you to experience. And sometimes it's not about the destination, it's about the journey and the friends you make along the way. All right, that's it. I'm done. No deep philosophical ending this week, but we love you guys, and we hope you have a great week.
We
And-
are going to go an extra 10 minutes for Patreon.
We are?
Yeah, we are.
Bet. All right.
The link just
I'll
came
find.
back.
I'll tell that. I'll go more in depth on that story then.
That's fine. If you want to hear more about that, check us out on Patreon. But until then, keep on searching.